What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Hope all is well with you. If not, it will be. Just hang in there, okay? All right, listen, let's get into something that I want to do just for spits and giggles. Okay, I want to push back on this crazy thing that y'all keep on doing on Twitter, which is you want to keep on chanting, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. I love it, I love it, I love it. Never get tired of it because it sounds like you're trying to convince yourselves of this, okay? Now, assuming that we are not a monolith here, we don't all think the same, allow me to put a little paprika into this conversation, right? I'm going to prove to you, actually, I'm going to have you prove to yourself that Miles Morales is in fact Spider-Man, all right? Peter Parker is Spider-Man too. Miles Morales is Spider-Man in his own way, in his own universe, in his own story. Miles Morales is Spider-Man. Okay, now let me begin by saying this. One of the criticisms that we have always had here in the fandom is that outsiders cannot put themselves into the world that has been built. Okay, you can't put yourself in the story. Outsiders can't do that. You know, those who criticize comics and criticize Star Wars and Star Trek, and they want to always have these frivolous criticisms about it. They can't suspend disbelief and they just can't do it. All right. So they're not of this culture. That's always been the criticism. Outsiders can't understand, right? They don't know how to imagine this world or put themselves in the world. All right. So I'm going to challenge you to put yourselves inside the world of Spider-Man. Okay, of Marvel Comics. You're no longer on the outside reading the comic, okay? You're in the story, okay? All right? We can go by that assumption first, okay? So, we know that Spider-Man swings around Manhattan. Dude, shut up! God, I hate these people. Anyway, I'm just hating. But anyway, so, you're in Manhattan, right? So, you look up and you see the silhouette of Spider-Man. He's swinging through because he's all the way up in the skyscrapers. You can't get a good look at him, but there's only one hero that's a web-slinging hero that's swinging through the skyscrapers. It's like, Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, right? You look up, look out, there goes the Spider-Man, and you see him up there, right? It's Spider-Man. He's wearing a costume. Are people saying, I'm asking you this now, you can answer in your mind, are you saying, hey, there goes Peter Parker. Hi, Peter Parker. No, you wouldn't, because as a reader of the comic, yes, you know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. But I have invited you to put yourself into the story, to submerge yourself in the story, as those on the outside of our fandom don't know how to do, but we claim we do. So I'm going to walk you through this. I'm going to take your tiny hand. I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. All right, so here we go into the story, okay? You don't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, do you? Of course you don't. There goes Spider-Man. You're not going to say there's Peter Parker because you don't know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Actually, you're not going to say there's Miles Morales. You don't know that it's Miles Morales. Even if you see him wearing a different costume, there's only one superhero that you know of that swings through the buildings like that. It's Spider-Man. The most you're going to say is, man, Spider-Man's got a different looking costume. Interesting. I like it. Or I don't like it. It's not the same as, say, Superman, right? You get a black Superman lands, he's looking around, everybody's like, that's not Superman. He's different. What happened to the other Superman? Damn that affirmative action. You know what I mean? Or even Captain America for that matter. Because of the way Captain America's mask is, you can see that it's not that, okay? Not like, by the way, the whole Ryan Gosling thing. Some of you smartasses out there, you think you're so smart. A lot of you like to say, what if Ryan Gosling was cast as Black Panther? It wouldn't work, guys. It wouldn't work. First of all, Black Panther is King T'Challa. Everybody knows it, okay? He takes his mask off routinely. He is known up in Wakanda as T'Challa. Or even Shuri, if you want to go that route, okay? They know who Black Panther is. So Ryan Gosling as Black Panther wouldn't work. As soon as he take off the mask, they'd be like, play that funky music, white boy. All right, so that wouldn't work, okay? Nice try. All right, you're going to have to do something else with that. But getting back to Spider-Man, okay? He's behind a mask. Nobody knows who he is, just like the Electron Company, Spider-Man. Where are you coming from, Spider-Man? And nobody knows who you are, right? Nobody knows who he is Okay, so he's up there, he's swinging around, there it is. It could be Miles Morales, it could be Peter Parker. You don't know, do you? If you have to be honest about it, you don't know. Okay, so Spider-Man could be Miles Morales, he could be Peter Parker, he could be you. And when I say you, I don't mean Y-O-U. I mean you as in the Asian kid who is the star of this manga comic that is Spider-Man. Okay, it's called Fake Red. Guys, you should pick this up. It's a great one. It really is cool. It's manga style. All right, the art is good. The story is good. And what it's basically about is this kid. Where is he? Right here. This kid, you. Why you? Asian kid who finds Spider-Man's costume after Spider-Man goes missing because Peter Parker has abandoned Spider-Man. He's being possessed by Venom, I think it is, or something like that. You got to read it. It's really, really great, okay? But the fact of the matter is that Yu picks up the costume and decides he's going to do neighborhood heroics because he figures out that the city needs to see Spider-Man. They're afraid because Spider-Man has disappeared. Where is he? So he finds the costume that's been discarded. He wears the costume, and he goes out and he tries to save people. He gets all banged up and things like that. And it speaks to another concern, all right? Because I've heard people say this: why can't Miles Morales as Spider-Man have his own specific villains? Okay, now when you suit up as Spider-Man, as you finds out in this book here, Fake Red, the villains will find you because they identify you as Spider-Man in much the same way as Batman. If you dress up as Batman, chances are the Joker is going to check your ass. He might find out or figure out that you're not actually the real Batman, but you're still going to end up seeing him. In much the same way, if you dress up like Spider-Man, you're going to end up seeing the Green Goblin. You're going to see the Scorpion. You're going to see the Vulture. You're going to see Venom, as you finds out in this story. Because he dresses up as Spider-Man and he ends up tangling with the Scorpion. He ends up tangling with Venom. And of course, he's way in over his head, but that's just what happens. It's not a leap of imagination to think that this would happen, okay? So, in conclusion, all right, the point that I'm trying to make here, guys, is your inability to be able to accept Miles Morales as Spider-Man. And of course, it has nothing to do with his color. It has nothing to do with that. Of course, all of the Peter Darker thing, oh, you say that about anybody. It's just a clever thing that you like to say. It's got nothing to do with his color. Anyway, yeah, you have to, it comes from your inability to accept the story. Okay, if you just hate the character, if there's some political reason why you hate the character, that's outside of the story. And I can accept that. You don't have to like the character. Maybe I don't even like the character. I mean, I didn't read the comic. I just watched the movies, had a good time watching the movies. But if there's a political reason why, a philosophical reason why you don't like the character, fine. All right. But to just keep chanting mindlessly, it's just disingenuous, guys. It's disingenuous. It's intellectually lazy, all right, because you're not challenging your imagination, all right, because in the book, it's impossible for your average person to know that Miles Morales is Spider-Man or Peter Parker is Spider-Man for that part, okay? So if you submerge yourself in the book, then that's irrelevant, what you're saying. Peter Parker is Spider-Man, Miles Morales is Miles Morales, okay? I will say this. I do agree that Miles Morales should have his own identity just because you yahoos have proven that you are incapable of being able to distinguish this, okay? Other characters, it's not a problem. Let's take Robin, for example. Batman has had several Robins who we allowed to be called Robin. You know what I mean? Go figure, all right? There's been girls who have been Robin, right? Yes, but yeah, you never had this type of chant here. But for some reason with Spider-Man, we can't do it. He's replacing Peter Parker. The hell he's not. Peter Parker is immortal. Peter Parker will never be replaced. I love Peter Parker. I grew up reading the books, all right? And it doesn't threaten me that Miles Morales has picked up the costume, okay? Peter Parker still has his adventures. He still has his legacy. Nothing is going to erase that. Stop being so damn sensitive and insecure. It's not a good look, man. But anyway, I figured I'd have some fun with that because as far as I know, I'm one of the only people out here who's playfully pushing back on this, okay? So continue. Go, play amongst yourselves. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Let's just keep on saying that. Oh, it's so silly. It's so fun. But you just proved it to yourself why you're being short-sighted. You can like what you like. You can don't like what you don't like, but whatever. But just keep in mind, the difference is that you're exposing your inability to immerse yourself into the story, which is something we've always criticized our critics on. Okay, so there it is, guys. Have my fun with it. I'm done. You can go about your business. And once again, I thank you for listening. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the super thanks. I'll catch you on the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.